St. Michael's Church, Wedgeport. On February 3, 1803, nearly 40 years after the return of the Acadians from exile, 37 heads of families from the Tusket River region petitioned Father Seguin to build his new church in Amiros Hill, claiming it was the center of the parish, rather than Saint-Anne-du-Ruisseau or SAR. By May of the same year, Bishop Deneau of Quebec chose SAR. Fortunately for the residents of Wedgeport, then known locally as Bas-de-Tushet, though officially Tusket Wedge, they were granted permission to erect a chapel. The journey from Wedgeport to SAR to attend Mass was long and arduous, often requiring departure in the middle of the night to travel 15 to 18 miles. Upon reaching Abrams River Bridge, the clip-clop of horseshoes alerted the locals to the churchgoers' imminent arrival. They would say, "The horses are here," and eventually nicknamed the Wedgeport people Les Chevals, or horses in English. Weary from their journey, the Wedgeport travelers would beg for food and lodging from local residents, who mostly refused. Thus, the locals earned their own nickname, Les Cochons, or pigs in English, for not heeding the Wedgeporters' pleas. When Wedgeport residents could not make the journey to SAR, they gathered in homes for public prayers. No chapel was built until 1822, when Father André Doucet built Wedgeport's first church on Jean-Michel Suret's Hill, near the site of the current church. Little is known about this initial house of worship, except that it had 9 rows of pews divided into 4 sections and could accommodate 30 to 40 families. The church was christened Saint Michel in honor of the founders, Michel Boudreau and Michel Suret. By the mid-1800s, the church had become too small for the growing population of Bas-de-Tushet. Father Jean-Marie Gay, then rector, decided to build a new church. Under the direction of Ben Crosby of Yarmouth, the second church was completed in the fall of 1867. It measured 91 by 50 feet, housed a central doorway and spire, and seated 700 people. The first church was demolished on November 26th of the same year. By 1913, the second church also became too small, and Boston architects were commissioned to design a new one. However, due to the existing structure remaining in excellent condition, they decided to expand and remodel it rather than replace it. There remained only one problem, which was the cemetery behind the church. Jacques R. Leblanc, son of Jean Bruneau, proposed the solution: ask Louis F. Babin of Belleville, known locally as Tinnen, to advance the church structure 60 feet to the east. The redesigned church measured 177 by 84 feet, had 2 84-foot spires, and could accommodate 1,000 parishioners. The interior, completed by 1922, featured handcrafted altars, a communion rail, and a pulpit made by Armand Potet, locally known as Lachet. In 1929, a Cassavant organ was installed in the choir loft. Beautiful stained glass windows were installed over the following few years. Many changes were made to the sanctuary following the Second Vatican Council, with only Lachet's high altar remaining untouched. Sadly, due to a decline in attendance, the church was desacralized on February 11, 2024. The future of the building is not yet determined.